They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
But Fretz, you started a podcast. FretzleMania. That's what I have your lower third as. FretzleMania podcast. So tell me about...
We're here on the show.
There it is. Like, why you got a podcast, what got you into a podcast, and how FretzleMania was born.
Well, it was mostly from listening to you guys, to Rant with Ant, the Fourth Wall, everyone that's has been or is to this day affiliated with Wrestle Addict Radio.
Yeah.
So it was like you guys, Fourth Wall. I'm trying to think of the old Smash This podcast, and Mr. Warren Hayes on YouTube, and all these people are doing that, and I'm like, I like wrestling. I don't have any friends who watch wrestling other than the ones that I interact with on social media, but I'm passionate about retro stuff. I love some current stuff. Like, I am so excited for WrestleMania. It's going to be bollocks, but it's just going to be so entertaining. Like, when you have a lot of celebrities involved, it's going to be something else. So I thought, I'm going to do this. I love fantasy rebooking. So even people like, the Adam Blampier videos and all that. So I had a word note with, all right, let's see, what do I want a fantasy book? I started off with WrestleMania 15, the first WrestleMania I ever watched on pay-per-view. I'm like, okay. And I went back and listened to my first show, and I was anxious, nervous, very, very monotone, very boring. I would book Stone Cold versus The Rock versus Mick Foley, just straight up there. And you didn't get Fretz. Like, you didn't get my personality. Like, I'm somewhat of an outgoing guy to a point where I'm like, okay, I've had enough people today. I want to go home. But I'm also incredibly socially awkward, which is why I'm kind of glad I haven't done WrestleMania live with a bunch of you folks yet, because you'll have enough of me at some point.
Oh, we're going to. Like, Mr. Fretz, it is legitimately a goal of Ricky and Kay's and mine is to get you down to a show where we can all go to together. You'll stay at one of our houses, all right? We all live crazy lives, but that is definitely a goal.